This video is a little different than the videos I uploaded before on this channel. See, there are a lot of people making animations about their lives and things that have happened to them, and I always enjoyed watching those videos and I wanted to try it out myself. I'm not sure if this really is a thing for me. I'm usually not really a person who talks a lot, but I mean, you know what they say. YOLO. So I'm this 19-year-old guy who lives with his mom and his stepdad, and I have my own room at the top floor. My room is not too big, not too small, it's a very nice room. Or at least that was it, until a couple of months ago when I got some uninvited visitors. Wasps. See, wasps have been my biggest fear ever since I was a little kid, even though I've never been stung or anything by them. I guess I just really don't like bugs, what's pretty strange considering my name is Ant-mation, but ants are different. Does this guy look scary to you? Well, maybe, but only because I'm the one who drawn it. I'm getting off track already. So anyway, every once in a while when I was playing some games or stuff in my room, a wasp would appear, trying to fly through my window or towards my lamps if the curtains were closed. If I opened my window, they would usually directly fly off again, but that wasn't always as easy when they were flying around the window as well. At first I thought they were just wasps who somehow got into my house and didn't know how to leave anymore, but eventually it just happened way too often, so I told my mom and my stepdad about it, thinking there might be a nest somewhere. But they were like, nah, there's no nest, they're just getting lost or something. So I was like, alright, if you think so, and we didn't do anything about it. Until like a month later, when we were sitting outside, when I saw a group of wasps flying from and towards the same place of the house. And this place happened to be the room next to my bedroom. So the investigating began. Inside that room, at the place where the wasps were flying, you could hear this really disgusting sound. I don't really know how to describe it, but believe me when I say disgusting. So what basically happened is that the wasp made a nest in between the walls, and who knew how many wasps were in there? But there was no reason to panic. I mean, up until now only a couple of wasps appeared inside my room, so that means that most of the time the wasps just go outside, but sometimes make some sort of mistake and end up in my room to a small hole or something. I could survive another night. Probably. My stepdad said that if I looked for the number of the pest control, he would call them so they could kill the wasp, and I could live a peaceful life again. And I found the number of multiple companies, but they never called any of them. No, instead he decided to buy some sort of spray and kill the wasp himself. And I mean, I guess that's alright, as long as they die, right? The only problem is that they didn't die, no, it multiplied them. Alright, that was a lie, it actually killed some of them, but only a few. Even a week later they were still alive and we sprayed them again this time with more spray stuff. And we actually thought to know from what hole the wasp came from inside the house. So I suggested to also spray some inside that hole, because maybe from there we could reach the nest better. But my stepdad was like, no, we're not gonna do that, because then the smell is inside the house and that's not healthy. And I mean, fair point, that's a good reason, but I'll come back to this later. After the first time we sprayed the wasp, a lot of them went inside the house, probably because they panicked because of the attack. And we used a vacuum cleaner to kill the wasps inside the house that time. So after spraying the second time, I thought, if I'm gonna wait inside the room with the vacuum cleaner, I can kill them one by one and we won't have a room filled with wasps again. So I was standing there and my plan was working pretty well, but after like 15 minutes, only 3 or 4 wasps had appeared, so I thought, all the wasps are probably dead now since there are way less wasps going inside today. And I was almost ready to leave again because I thought they weren't gonna come anymore, when suddenly 20 wasps appeared at the same time. So I did what every man would do in a situation like this. I closed the door and ran downstairs to get my mom. I really don't like wasps, okay? So my mom killed them and we were all hoping that the wasp had died this time, but no. The next day the wasps were still flying around like always. A couple of days later we sprayed them again, but this time my stepdad was also going to spray them from inside the house. Well, when I suggested that a couple of days earlier, he said it was a bad idea, but it's fine, as long as the wasps die, I don't care. But did it kill them? Nope, the wasps were still doing their thing like they always did. We kept doing this for a couple of weeks, with for this entire time wasp appearing inside my room, and you're probably thinking like, if the nest was in another room, why didn't you just close your door so you would be safe in your own room? That's because the wall in between my room and that room isn't completely connected to the ceiling. There's more than enough place for a human to crawl through it, so for a wasp it isn't going to be a problem at all. Eventually it actually got so bad that there would be a wasp appearing inside my room every 15 minutes or something. So at that time I just had my window open 24/7 while it wasn't the nicest temperature outside either. And that's when I decided to move. From my room to a bed we have in this other area of the house. But this place didn't have any curtains, so I would wake up every day at 6 o'clock, didn't have any source of heating, and worst of all, I wasn't able to use my computer anymore. Luckily I also have a laptop, so it wasn't that bad, but I had to use it downstairs where other people were walking and watching TV and stuff. So when I was drawing or watching anime or doing homework for school, I couldn't really do it in peace and quiet. This continued for over a month while we were still trying to kill the wasp by our own, not hiring someone who has experience with these kind of things for unclear reason. Until my stepdad decided to close the entrance that the wasps use to get inside the house, while every place on the internet tells you not to do that because they will always find a way out and it will really piss them off. But surprisingly, a week after that, the wasp completely disappeared and I have never seen one since. So if you ever have the same problem as me, I actually don't know if I would recommend you to do the same, because maybe we were just lucky that the wasp didn't find a new way out again. I guess you just have to follow my first plan. Get all your stuff, burn down the house, and move to a place where wasps are unable to live. Or just hire a guy to kill them, that will most likely work. I don't know.